Welcome to the day in the life of a 27-year-old who's quite possibly losing his marbles and definitely going through a quarter-life crisis. Let's see what happens. We join the scene around a month before launch. There's still so much to do. As you can see, I started off the day by graveling, laying the foundations. You've got to get the membrane in so weeds don't sprout, and then it was on to the decking. Now please bear in mind that all of these clips are taken over the course of months. Fun fact about this t-shirt, I got it when I went to Wimbledon, and it's actually signed by the Bryan brothers, and I wonder if that little kid that went to Wimbledon would imagine that he turned out to be such a stud that builds shepherd's huts from scratch. Now, unfortunately, I hadn't actually made the beams correctly for the decking, and I actually didn't have a plan. I was always one of those kids who never ever wanted to make a plan in English, and I never understood why a teacher would say make a plan. I always found it to be a bit of a waste of time. But yeah, the decking is there, it's still standing, and so are the steps, and no one's died yet, so who needs a plan, right? And then it was on to the interior. The electrics had been wired in. This is what I'd been waiting so long for. I think this actually put about a delay of a month on the project. And as you can see here, just more stud behaviour, building shepherd's huts from scratch, doing joinery without qualifications. And I think this is a bit of a life lesson. You know, if you just do stuff and you don't actually think about it, you'd be surprised how much you can actually get done. Now, at this stage of the development process, I was actually still taking my time. I thought I was actually launching in September. So as you can see here, I'm just having fun with it, trying to work out how it all goes. Hey guys, I wanted to say sorry for all the trash content I have been putting out lately. Let's get back to basics in this one. There's been a lot of progress actually being made on the shepherd's hut. I've managed to get the decking done. It is a little bit slanted, as you can see there. There's a little crook in the middle, but it's looking good. There is still the views, still the shepherd's hut. It's all going off. I've put up most of the interior. It is looking good. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Oh, bathroom kind of needs some work. It's really annoying. I have just realized I'm missing a piece, and I had this piece yesterday and I just can't find it anywhere, and it's just really frustrating. You're not gonna believe this. I've been looking around for ages and I found it. Why did I just leave that one piece? Thank God, because now, little did the little goofball in this video know that there was a strong headwind coming his way. At this stage, I was still very happy-go-lucky, thinking that I had all the time on my side, all the time in the world, and just enjoying it. But disaster was about to strike. Hey guys, so this is really bad. Not only, is nothing working, but there are no pictures of how the bed is assembled. All I've got is a pile full of rubble, for lack of a better description. So I'm gonna have to just try and wangle it. I'm a little bit nervous, but I hope I can get it done. Okay, we've had a little bit of a breakthrough. Might seem obvious now, but that just goes across, whereas I was thinking it was going across the other side to be like another side of a frame, but it seems to go there, so problem averted. Now, I know this may seem trivial now, but I really was struggling to work out how the bed fit together. And then I decided to just give the people what they want, give a pose, and it was off to a festival for me. So a nice little break, and then it was back to business. On the roof, plugging some holes. My God, is it peaceful. This is the life. So I'd had a lot of fun at the festival, and it was back to it with some roofing and sanding, and also completing the bed. Before I went to the festival, I'd worked out how I would assemble it and made a plan. And I know I said I don't like to plan, but this was a plan in my head. It really wasn't anything formal. And then it was straight to it. And check out those shoulders. I've still got it, baby. Yeah, sorry, I got a little bit distracted. But yeah, at this stage of the project, I was still having fun, going out, seeing mates, going to festivals, all of that jazz. But it was quite hard to juggle everything. And it was off to Benidorm, check out the mullet, check out the form with sipping pints. But yeah, it is hard to juggle it all. The shepherd's hut is almost done. I'm chilling here with my companion. not companion, that sounds a bit gay. So sorry for the obligatory mullet check, but this was around the point where I realised I was screwed. The walls were caving in. I had my first booking and it was in 5 days. I hadn't plumbed it up. I hadn't got the electric signed off. It was disaster time. What the hell? This was like in Lord of the Rings, the Battle of the Twin Towers. Oh my god, not looking good. I still hadn't even found the pipe which I was going to get my shepherd's hut connected to. But thanks to my knight in shining armour, Oliver's dad, classic, coming around, helping out. But yeah, this is literally what it was like on Wednesday, and the guests were coming on Saturday. You would not believe it that I was having guests in 2 or 3 days. We were just laughing to ourselves like, what the hell have I gotten myself into? I mean, this is what we're meant to connect the plumbing into. I don't know if you can see there, but it had all collapsed because it's an old house and it was done in the Victorian era. But here we are with Daddykins, Oliver's dad, trying to make it all work, and it's back to the basics, just going through the motions, getting it all done. It really was quite a rush at this point, because I think at this point it's probably the Thursday and it's probably only 2 days to go and it's still not connected up. And yeah, this is just insane to me that this actually ended up getting done in the end. Or did it? I guess I should leave some suspense for you little viewers. Did I get it done? Did I not? I guess, to be honest, everyone watching this knows I got it done, because no one's watching this that isn't my friend. But sorry to ruin the suspense if you're a new viewer and you didn't really know what was going on. But yeah, so we had to lay the pea gravel, make sure it was all correctly done for regulations, and then you won't believe this was on Friday. This is less than 24 hours before the guests arrive. Here we are on the last day. This is the day of the launch. The guests are getting here at 7 p.m. and it is a bomb site. But we do have lots of help. We've got 6 men on the job. Oliver's dad down there doing the plumbing, and Matt on the coffee, Colin on the joinery, and let's see if we get it done. There is now officially just 3 hours until they arrive. The Wi-Fi is in, the TV is in, the plumbing is also almost in, and I'm running around like a headless chicken. Somehow or another, we did it. We've got the hot tub. Check this out. Ooh, delicious. Beautiful garden furniture for people to sit on and enjoy the view. And this is the view. Let's take a look inside. So we've got a great big TV for Netflix and chilling. We've got all of the kitchen appliances you'd need. And we've got a beautiful bathroom. Oh my god, guys, that was stressful. I would like to say a massive thank you for everyone that helped along the way. I'd like to thank Rowan, my oldest friend, for helping me throughout. I would like to thank all of the contractors I had along the way, including my friend's dad Dave, Kelsel. I'd like to thank my dad and Colin, especially my dad, for obviously letting me do this whole project, but Colino the Machino from Italy was a great addition to the team. I'd like to thank Matt. I'd like to thank everyone that came along the way. I'd like to thank my mum. And yeah, I hope you come and enjoy a stay here. What the hell? It is great and a lot to love. So yeah. Here we are in the hot tub, celebrating the hot tub.